Hey guys, Anna here, and today I'm gonna do a quick little review of Ubuntu, and also this is my personal opinion and my take on things. So, first off, let me give you a little backdrop of my experience with Ubuntu. Now, I first came in contact with Ubuntu when I looked on the internet, YouTube mainly, and I saw people were installing another operating system on your PS3, and I was like, huh, you know what? This could help me in a lot of ways. One, I could probably install another video editor on my PS3 because at the time I was using a crappy Windows XP VRP Matrix computer, and yes, that was a brand. And I thought, since my PS3 is all powerful and it's as powerful as a supercomputer, it's gonna render videos like hella fast. And so, let's see. I tried installing Ubuntu, but I ran into several problems that basically hindered any chance of me installing Ubuntu ever again. Let's see, the first problem I had was actually being able to use a keyboard or a mouse with my PS3 on Ubuntu. Number one, for some reason whatsoever, my computer did not my keyboard did not work with Ubuntu. I don't know what it was. I tried pressing enter. I tried cleaning the USB connector. I don't know what it was. My mouse seemed to work perfectly, but my keyboard for some reason didn't. So I had to spend at least $30 for the cheapest keyboard I could find. I found a wireless one which was pretty handy, but the range was only 20 centimeters, and that's pretty short. That's like, oh, I don't know. That's real short. And yeah, $30 down the drain. And my second problem that I ran into was trying to install it. Sometimes I'd get it to work, other times it'd stop right in the middle and say, failed to install, please try again. And after all of that, I had to format my PS3's hard drive and lose valuable game saves and trophies and all that stuff. And it was just a hassle and it was a waste of time. So when I did finally get to install it, I tried updating it, and after that it just froze. I couldn't log into Ubuntu. I couldn't even get it into the kernel boot up. It's that black screen where it's loading everything, seeing if everything's okay or not. I couldn't even get into that. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm formatting my PS3 one more time, and I'm not installing Ubuntu ever again. So at least a year later, this is basically when this video was made, right here on my YouTube page, is when I decided, I'm going to give Ubuntu another shot, but this time it's going to be on my laptop. And what I did was I installed Ubuntu on Oracle's VirtualBox, and I've always liked Ubuntu. The only problem was that I had difficulties installing it, and basically with my experience with it on the PS3, it basically discouraged me from even trying it or attempting it. And it kind of was, I was right at the time because I tried installing it on my hard drive, and I knew what I was doing. I partitioned my hard drive. I gave Ubuntu a separate 23 gigabyte partition, and when I was installing it on my hard drive as a dual boot, for some reason, I don't know why, I chose the 23 gigabyte partition. It ended up installing on my entire hard drive, wiping my Windows 7 partition and wiping my backup partition. And at the time, I never even knew I was supposed to create recovery disks from Sony's VioCare Center. So that was another $40 down the drain because I had to order backup discs from Sony, and that actually ended up to be more of a hassle than ever because my hard drive was actually starting to fail, and I had to get that replaced. And my God, I'm like, after that, you know what? Screw this. I'm not doing anything with Linux ever again. But here I am, and right now I'm actually using Ubuntu as my primary operating system. Well, kind of. I still have Windows 7. The only thing that's keeping it installed on my hard drive is one, it's got Sony Vegas on it. Number two, it's the only way I can capture anything off of my Dazzle. I've tried looking high and low, left and right, all ways you can think of on the Ubuntu Software Center and on Google. I can't find anything to capture with my Dazzle. I've tried Cheese web camera booth. That didn't work. Actually, it does work, but my Dazzle's in black and white. I've tried VLC Media Player. I've even tried, and I'm emphasizing this, I've tried Wine and I've tried Virtual Dub. For some reason, Virtual Dub won't pick up my Dazzle, even though I've got the Dazzle drivers installed through Wine, but for some reason it's just not working. I can't. Virtual Dub won't pick up my Dazzle, and so that's the only other reason why I'm still keeping Windows on my hard drive. Other than that, if I didn't, I mean, if I found a way to have my Dazzle to work on Ubuntu, I'd get rid of Windows right away and expand my Ubuntu's hard drive space. But other than that, I'm keeping Windows for a little while. Let's see, and yeah, like I said, I'm using this as my primary desktop. I rarely log on the Windows unless I'm capturing something with my capture card. So enough with the history lesson. Let's actually get on with my opinion and review. So I'm just going to go over the basics here. First off, the user interface. Now, as you saw in some of my earlier Ubuntu tutorial videos and one of my early I finally got it installed on my hard drive video, you notice that I was using the Unity interface. And for those that don't know, it's it's GNOME's new interface. GNOME is actually another Linux operating system, and the interface combined with Ubuntu is actually one. So basically, GNOME 3 is installed on Ubuntu, and a lot of people don't like it. And I'm one of those people. It's annoying, and the launcher over here, which is actually kind of like the Macintosh dock, I can't rearrange any one of the icons whatsoever. And when I try adding icons, for some reason they keep disappearing, even though I'm very precise and I'm adding it where I need it to go. It's just a hassle and it's annoying. Plus, that was hindering any shortcuts from being on my desktop, which really pissed me off because I like shortcuts. I'm a guy that really likes shortcuts, like this, that. I mean, these shortcuts exist because they're actually on my desktop, but these are just regular old shortcuts, and I couldn't put them on here, period. So I've been looking all over the internet to see if I can switch back to GNOME 2. That's the interface I'm using right now. And it turns out it was actually right under my nose the whole time. And by that, I mean you had to go in the menu and switch it back to Ubuntu Classic. But anyway, I like the panel up here, and I like these panels up here, how they all have their separate categories. Like, places are for your hard drives, file systems, and other stuff. System is for your system preferences and shutting down and logging off. Applications is applications. There's no start button, there's no Windows button or anything like that. And it's short and it's sweet and everything's under one category basically. What else? The other thing I like about Ubuntu is one, how small it is, and two, how quick it is. Ubuntu is actually a 700 megabyte file. It's enough to fit on a disk. Now, I've got two theories why that is. Number one, it's doing a Dreamcast. And by that, I mean it's a compressed file on a compressed disk, and once it's read, it expands. Or number two, Ubuntu doesn't come with any sort of software whatsoever because it's free, and basically there's a list on the ISO telling Ubuntu what to download for the user. So basically, imagine this entire operating system without any of this, or the stuff it comes preloaded with without Skype or Kazam. Just imagine it completely stripped, and that's why, like, it it downloads a whole bunch of software, basically running it up to 4 GB, and that's why it is 4 GB. It's really supposed to be 700, but because Ubuntu's downloading all this software, it's making it 4 GB. But that's pretty amazing and because of that is why it's running so fast. I mean, because it boots up, it takes a minute for it to boot up, but when it's booting up, it's actually loading all this downloaded software. Unlike Windows, because when you log into Windows, that's when it starts loading your software, which gets really annoying. But once you hit login, your hard drive just completely stops the activity and it's done. It's like that. It's a snap of a finger. It's a lightning bolt from the sky. That's how fast it is. What else? I like the file system. Um, as you see here, it's almost like Windows XP's file system and Windows 7's combined, except there's a search thing here, but there's no search thing over here. I like this. I like this a lot. Plus, I like how easy it is to switch between folder to folder to folder. It's really simple and it's really easy. Plus, your hard drives and stuff and other files and folders are all the way over here, which is really convenient. Now, I am aware of the multiple desktops, but I really don't use these, and I'm also aware that there are extras to the user interface, like the little wiggle effect when you shake the screen or something like that. But I don't really have any use for that. I just like Ubuntu how it is. And another thing is, I like the preloaded software it comes with. It's really handy, it's free, and it's useful. It's actually useful for once. For example, let's take Epiphany Instant Messenger here. This is an all-in-one open source free instant messenger. It doesn't have Skype, I've checked, but Skype's right there even though you have to download it. But anyway, it comes with Epiphany, which is a really good instant messenger. Along with that, it comes with its own little broadcaster, which tweets and sends status updates to Facebook and does whatever you think it does. That has to do with social networking and video blogging and photo posting and all that other stuff. And then it comes with Evolution Email, which is almost like Mozilla Thunderbird, except it doesn't come with any add-ons, nor do I think you can install any, nor does it come with any personas whatsoever. It's also really handy. And let's see. There's not that much else. It does come with Firefox, which is a plus, but when you're first installing Ubuntu 11.04, it comes with Firefox 4. So you're going to have to update it as soon as you install. There's really not that much else to say other than what's already been said. Overall, I give Ubuntu 11.04. I do realize 11.10's out, or the beta's out, but I'm not going over that till it's officially out. But I give Ubuntu 9 out of 10. The 1 point missing is because I can't install Windows programs. I am aware there's Wine, and I'm using Wine to its fullest. I like that. But remember, it's emulated, and because of that, I've had issues. Like I've tried installing Sony Vegas. I have been successful. It is fully installed, but it won't load due to a specific thing in it, like a Microsoft framework or something like that. And see, I've tried installing Pinnacle for my Dazzle, but that won't work, period. And other than that, when you want to launch an exe program with Wine, you got to right click it and then go to properties, and then you got to go to permissions and click this little box here every single time you want to launch an exe program, which is really kind of annoying. So, I'll see you guys later, and my next video should be me comparing the boot times between Ubuntu and Windows 7. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.